build up this incredible power and roll over the enemy before they have a chance to get themselves fully online in the later stages of the game. Do you think they're going to be able to do it against Chicken Fighters, or do you think Chicken Fighters will be able to hold off and build up for this Medusa to carry against it all?
A lot of things need to go well for Team Bold Reborn. Like, the laning stage needs to go well. They need to be able to give Bristleback a really good time. Panel talked about how he's not going to have a good time once Medusa gets to the Scotty timing. The longer this game goes, the more chances Chicken Fighters have of winning this game. Like, Team Bold, they have a very tempo-oriented lineup. I'm not gonna say that they can't take it because like you can start putting a lot of pressure. Bristleback at one point becomes unkillable. Their damage output on Chicken Fighters is really not there. Like your Medusa doesn't do much, neither does Tidehunter. We're talking about the Bristleback going in, trying to invade the triangle, and also they don't have cooldowns. Like, they don't rely on any cooldowns to take the fight. The big one is Sonic Wave and Dragonite ulti. Other than that, they should be able to take the fights, and whenever the Ravage is down, whenever there's no Disruptor ulti, they should try and play more aggressive because they have a lot of sustain. Like, their heroes are like naturally also tanky, a lot of regen coming up from both Bristleback and Dragonite, and also Io is going to help out quite a lot.
Yeah, I guess one thing that's really nice about this Bristle is that this really is a game where there is no sources of break, and pretty much none of these heroes at all want to buy a Silver Edge on Chicken Fighters, right?
Medusa does. Medusa does.
You think you might have to consider that?
This is Medusa's third item in my book, where she goes Manta style, Scotty into... Because it gives you crit also, a guaranteed crit, gives you the break mechanic, and the others don't deal well, and they're definitely going to need one. Like, both teams actually need a break mechanic. They have one in Hoodwink on Bold Reborn, so that's going to be good. Not the easiest one to execute unless you're stunned by a Dragonite, because other than that, they don't have a setup for it. And it's easy to miss.
It is, yeah. We'll see how good Filmini's aim is going to be this game.
Pablo not here, Filmini playing. Hippomaniacs, one of my favorite voice lines. I don't know why, just saying a team name never sounded so funny.
That's a good team name. Yeah, well, it's definitely big boots to fill, as we have had Pablo popping off in some of the previous Team Bold Reborn series. So we'll see if Filmini can stand to the same level here on the Hoodwink.
But the big matchup is on the mid lane.
Oh, yeah.
Invoker, Queen of Pain. We have Barania against Excalibur. There was some beef in the pubs, so this is what I'm looking at. So far, Invoker 4-0, Queen of Pain 6-1. I was trying to find Queen of Pain on the CS chart. I was like, where is she? There's no icon for Queen of Pain. Is she at the bottom? But there she is.
Yeah, indeed, he's got that unlocked star, right? How many Sonic? What, 500 Sonic Waves or so? Yeah, you have to hit so many multi-hero Sonic Waves. Excalibur, of course, he did that a long time ago with the amount of Queen of Pain he plays. So looking fantastic here in the mid. Look at the side lane so far. Pretty even. I mean, you know, in terms of the Medusa, how much of an issue is Aqua going to have farming this game? I mean, you look at Team Bold's lineup. How are they going to be able to slow this Medusa down in the mid to early game?
Like, they have a lot of tower damage with the Dragonite and Bristleback being tanky in front lines. Like, the only thing he cares about pretty much is mana burn. They have some minus armor from the Swarm and Tidehunter's Gush, but I don't think that's enough. So in this game, Gore could potentially pop off completely. Like, if he gets a good timing on a Vanguard and decides to, like, Hood is also good. They have a decent amount of magical damage. He becomes unkillable early on. His laning stage is going to go well, considering he's paired up with the Io, so there's going to be a lot of regen on him, and I don't think he should die in this situation. Excalibur playing very aggressive there. Not even skilling Shadow Strike, which I think is good, because Invoker out-regions it with his Quas, so no point to get it. But it's kind of weird to see 2 points in Blink.
Yeah, I guess sort of just helps having that lower cooldown, that extra mobility when he starts to make those moves. Makes him all the trickier to catch. As when he does head to the side lanes, the only things he really feels threatened by will be the Ravage potential, the control from the Disruptor. Other than that, Excalibur's going to have a pretty free game jumping about the place. And we'll see Peksu being forced away from that top lane. So, continued space, but then bottom lane, again, Gore getting very close to being able to threaten Jibei's life. Jibei's having to sit back quite a bit. But the regen's out. All in all, yeah, complete
A lot
free
of
farm
regen.
for Gorg.
Tango, healing cell, ring of health, extra regen from the tower. But yeah, Gorg should have an easy time here on the bottom. Mid lane, neck and neck. Both have 20 CS. Invoker's one of the heroes that like you wanna have successful rotation number 1 and 2.
Yeah.
It's very important, especially if you have if you have Earn done before that, so you want to have a charge, and then the hero becomes like 2 times stronger. Bottom lane, Gorp.
Getting a little low. He's got Ixon trying to help him out, and with the core spray stacking up on Aaron Gibbe, they've got to be cautious how they approach him. So both sort of cores down here, proving rather hard to go on for each piece. Mid lane, Excalibur not able to dodge the EMP. He's going to have to tank that. Dropping his mana, but there's a bounty rune available in his triangle, so we'll be able to refuel that. Bottom lane, courier sniping beginning here. Error. I want to delay the wand delivery for Gorg.
It was a wand plus raindrop, so pretty big. Gibbe, no sticks.
Stacks are going to build up. Underneath the tower, though, still proving to be too difficult to dive upon. And at this point, Gorg seems to be pretty content with just focusing on the creeps, not trying to go for any over-aggressive moves so far. Top lane, Aqua, taking some big hits. He's got enough mana left in the tank, the shield.
Oh, love this. Position 5, using 4 healing cells and 2 mangoes. 5 minutes in already.
I see, these carries nowadays, they're expensive. On these lanes, at least when there's pressures coming in from Team Bold, seeing Filmini and Rajic's really giving it some up top.
It's one of the worst feelings when you're playing 5, you use all of that money on your carry, and then he dies 2 times in a row, goes back to jungle, your tier 1 tower falls, you're like, what did I invest into?
Certainly putting all the money on Aqua Hip. We'll see if it pays off in the long run.
I mean, I can't complain about people investing in stupid stuff. I invested in Dogecoin, so we're good.
Well, as for the rotations, we might start to get Excalibur coming in with some moves. He's hit the 6. Now he's going to have top lane, bringing the 3 of them up here. They're looking for Filmini, looking for that first blood, and they'll get it. Era's able to take him down. Lose Pegsu in return. And Rajix, he should be able to walk this off. In fact, he's got Excalibur with him. Yeah, Era taking a bit of a burst here from the Scream. If Excalibur's on point, he should be able to finish this one off. Jumps in. He'll blow the Sonic Wave for that. Doesn't want to mess around any longer. Takes the kill. They'll get the 2 of them up there.
A kill is a kill. Queen of Pain early on doesn't care too much about using ulti to get a kill even on position 5. You just want to be able to get as much gold as possible. Filmini will TP mid, refill the bottle for Excalibur. Also, Queen of Pain, one of the better heroes in general to rotate with. This hero just does not have weaknesses. I guess her only weakness is pretty much Puck, the leash mechanic. Other than that, the hero always does well. One of the best, if not the best hero in the game right now that you can first phase and get away with it without being punished.
I'll see, I believe Ixon getting some stacks done here for Gorg. As Gorg at this point, more than happy to be left alone in the lane top. Rajix. He's going to get in with the Elder Dragon form, look for the kill on Pegsu. TPs are coming in. Branya's going to look to return fire onto Rajix. With the bugs over as well, there's no escape surely for Rajix off the back of going for the kill. Gets the kill, creates a bit of a response, but of course still dying at the end of it all.
Yeah, mid lane was pushed in, there's no catapult, so this rotation from Invoker is what we expected it to be. Like, he goes, gets the Urn of Shadow charge, no damage, dealt to the tower, and also going for Spirit Vessel. This is going to be a big one. Like, usually Invokers don't love to do that recently. They tend to go for Hand of Midas and get more levels to be able to farm the Aghanim Scepter BKB. But this time around, Spirit Vessel, a lot of value. You're playing against Bristleback, Dragonite, and Io. It's just so much damage. Baranya, they're out of vision. It's kind of hard for Team Bold Reborn, Team Bold to gank. Like, unless Hoodwink gets a Bushwhack, or if they don't initiate with the Dragon Tail stun. Other than that, they're very limited. So Rajix, he has a Blink Dagger and a Quick Buy, which I like. He does not want to go for anything fancy, just wants to be able to lock on a target and kill him. It's also a very good setup for Hoodwink ulti, Queen of Pain. Like, they have burst damage, but if they use those 2 abilities, After that, they're kind of limited with the damage that they can output.
As we see bottom Gorg's farm, still very solid, top net worth. Right now is the Bristol. Hood's done. About 1,600 gold in the bank, ready to build up to his next item. Mid Excalibur should be fine. He's got the wand and the blink. He'll get himself away from that attempt to Peksu and Boranya.
Peksu pre-glimpsed him, like pre-blink, so he tried to go for it. If he blinks out, he won't be able to reach it. It's a level 1 glimpse, so hard to execute. Queen of Pain, very tanky, especially with this build. 2 nulls, magic wand, raindrop, like you even have a bottle charge if needed. Kind of a standard these days, I would say, on co-op. Going into Kaya Sanj probably next.
Top, they're going to try for Radix, but Radix does have backup. Excalibur's come over as well. The MP comes out, Sonic Wave will push back onto the 3 of them. Excalibur trying to jump in to finish off Peksu, but he hasn't got quite enough damage, so Peksu's able to step away.
Good Ravage.
Jibei's in with the Ravage, catches Excalibur and Radix. As that's Excalibur done for, Radix has got to run, but Chicken Fighter's there chasing. Filmini will come in from the side, hold back the 2 of them with the Bushwhack. Ixon trying to heal up Radix, but it's not enough. Radix goes down, Ixon also to shortly fall. As Chicken Fighters, they'll hold on to that top tier 1. They might even get Filmini here too, as Era and Jibei diving in under the tower. They get the hoodwink. Gorg turns up, but everybody's already dead. Maybe he can get Jibei. Doesn't look like he's going to get the chance.
Nah,
Tornado
they
comes in.
definitely needed Bristleback for that fight, because right now he's super tanky and they want to use him. Like, the earlier you use this hero, the more advantage you're going to get. It was a good Ravage rotation.
Yeah.
Queen of Pain, nice Sonic Wave, connecting on 3, but she blinks in and just dies after that. That was a nice one. This is one of the most satisfying spells to use in the game for sure.
I couldn't quite get that finish onto Peksu, and indeed, as you say, Jibei just turning up at fantastic timing. And things falling apart for Team Bold. I guess Gorg, I think he TP'd back to base,
He TP'd
right?
back to base.
So he's having to walk
did not
out.
have it. Yeah, I clicked on him. His TP was on cooldown. Didn't even have it at the moment, but was definitely on cooldown. Also, a little bit of miscommunication. Era on Weaver going for Urn of Shadows. Already has it. While your Invoker also going for full Spirit Vessel. So someone will need to sell it the break. Now he's a normal hero. Just straight up dies.
A good strike back as Team Bold get themselves back to the top lane and resuming pressure onto the tower.
So one thing Era can do with this second urn is backpack it when he's close to Invoker, because you do not want to lose that much gold. And then Invoker gets the charges if you backpack it. But you gotta be careful about it. Sometimes you focus on different things, or if Invoker is dead, then he can just keep it and try to get an Urn of Shadows charge.
We'll see where Team Bold head next. They've taken that top tier 1. Imagine that maybe they'll shift their attention over towards the mid lane. Or relying, as you say, on Radix to be able to get those jumps as initiation, and just 200 or so gold and the Blink Dagger will be done for the DK. So Radix will be able to start the action off, and you can trust that Gorg will be by his side to run in and just tank up the full brunt of the attack of Chicken Fighters. And as you say, Gorg at this stage should feel pretty unkillable with the Hood and Vanguard 12 minutes in.
He needs to care about EMP, pretty much the only spell. Does not want to get his mana burn.
Yeah.
Filmini. Misses. Not the best execution. I think they will group up. Once Dragon Knight gets a Blink Dagger, he will also have Dragon Form available once again. Sonic Wave also online. So they should try to smoke and get a kill on a mid tower. Considering their lineup is time-based, they should be more active.
Yeah, I want to see some group up and go action from Team Bold for sure. It feels like they've got those timings. Mid lane, at the moment, it's Chicken Fighters that are being the more aggressive. They see Ike's in mid, they dive in, they take it, they're going to start pushing this tower down. We see TP's coming over, Gorg, ready to join forces with Filmini. The Chicken Fighters, they've got the numbers right now as they push this tier 1 tower. We'll see if Team Bold can push them back. Gorg, he's going to start the charge here. And Radix is going to be in with the wraparound. He's going to jump Boranya, but there's no one else that's able to actually quite reach the Invoker. Ravage comes out, as well as the Static Storm. Gorg taking heavy damage as he will fall. They lose their carry, Team Bold. What can they get in return? They got Jibei. They'll also pick off Pexu as well to the side. They'll get a second out of this. So if they can get anything more, Ixon ready to jump over with the relocate, buffing up Radix, giving him that power to charge in.
That's good, Vessel.
They're ticking down onto Aqua. He's got stick charges though, turns with the snake. Radix ends up dying. The damage is done. Chicken Fighters are able to turn. Era even trying to dive in, has to time lapse back there. But he may still look for an angle to get in under the tower. He's got his eyes on Filmini.
Like, they have enough damage to go on a Tidehunter break mechanic from Filmini's Hoodwink. Should be enough, but Queen of Pain, like, wasn't there on time. They can burst him. Queen of Pain after that uses Sonic Wave on Tidehunter, who already used the Ravage, so like not too much value that they get out of it. And most importantly, for Chicken Fighter is that Aqua, he's not dying. He does not have a single death. 3-0 and 5. Considering he's playing Medusa, that's pretty insane.
Yeah, he's crushing it so far. I mean, it's 3k lead, but that 3k lead looks much scarier than the number alone when you consider how Team Bold's lineup wanted to play this and the fact that the last few fights, things just haven't come together around Gorg and they have lost the bristle at the front of the fights.
Also, I was keeping an eye on Era. He backs his Urn of Shadows every single time he's close to Invoker. He messed up, so he has to take it. You know, needs an extra couple of clicks in a team fight, increase his APM.
Oh, he's putting in the work, and understandably so. I mean, Baranya's having a very good game so far, so he doesn't want to knock him off his stride here. It's 3-0-6, and the Midas shortly going to be coming out after the Vessel. Mid. Good dive. Team Bold.
Nice curse there.
Yeah, that's a big kill there. Getting it onto Branya, says, especially at this point. He just finished off the Midas, so that will push back his first Midas usage by just under a minute. So very nice kill to find under the tower. They'll try and push on whilst Baranya's dead. Aqua has turned up ready to defend. Rajic's looking for the stun connection, will find it. A glimpse back onto Gorg, but he's still sitting pretty healthy at half HP.
Turning over towards Ravic.
Static Storm's down, but the trap not quite set right as they're able to step away from the kinetic field. So some of the ults being used. Ravage is up, and 10 seconds until Baranya's back in. They won't have the Static Storm. Aqua feeling confident, just standing his ground, defending the tower, beating into Rajix. Rajix trying to run, but the Ravage will catch him. Ixon attempting to heal him up, but it's not enough to keep Rajix alive. Rajix falls. Gorg glimpse back underneath the tower here.
There's
trapped
the
in the field. The break hit comes out. The Gorg will be able to bring down Tide there with a hit from Filmini, but it still cost Gorg his own life. Era looking for Ixon, sneaking around the back of it all. Can he finish the eye off? Tornado will clip Ixon. He should die as he comes crashing down from the heavens. As Ixon goes, Chicken Fighters, they found the three of them. Only losing Jibe again with that trade in favor of Chicken Fighters. They'll be able to finish off the tier 1 themselves.
Oh, this Spirit Vessel is doing so much. Urn as well. Oh, do they have vision? There's the dust.
Comes out, Rajix, he will be able to follow up. Back in with the Blink Dragon Tail, takes out Era. Excalibur maybe seeing if he can go for Pexa as well, but yeah, knows he's not going to have anything to cancel the TP, so Pexa will get away. All in all, Chicken Fighters continuing to accelerate their lead, now up 6k at 17 minutes, and Aqua, just look, he's getting so far ahead of anybody else in the game right now in terms of farm. That scary timing of the Manta Skadi is set to be a strong one this game.
And they also killed Gorg 2 times already, so his Aghanim Scepter will be delayed. Like, this is their big item timing where he goes in. Also, no Dispel mechanic. None of them want to buy, like, a Lotus Orb to be able to dispel the Spirit Vessel. Not sure if he wants to buy it for himself. I don't think it's going to be a bad idea, but you also want to be able to scale, so that's a tricky one. They're going in again.
They really want this tier 1 tower, Team Bob. EMP comes out onto Gorg. Gorg, he's taking heavy damage. They try and get him out of the
relocate, but the glimpse.
Perfectly timed by Pexu. Takes him out the relocate and ends Gorg's life once again in this mid lane fight that Team Bold continue to try and throw everything they can into to force the tower. Ixon attempts to tether back to safety, but they're already there waiting by Filmini's side to kill off Ixon as he tries to join him. The Rod of Atos set up onto the Hoodwink. Chicken Fighters, they should be picking up a third here. Branya clips him with the Tornado. Filmini will fall. Chicken Fighters, they're just not letting Team Bold hit this timing at all. Everything that Team Bold want to do with their draft, just it's not happening.
Yeah, I think the crucial moment was Bristleback, because he is a snowbally hero. Not being able to connect with the rest of the team on a top tier 1 fight where the rest of the team was there, but they needed his tankiness, they needed the damage from the Quill Spray, because the damage output from Chicken Fighters at that time was very limited. Now they have ways to deal with him. The Spirit Vessel and Era, he said, like, I picked up a couple of earn charges, I did not backpack it. You know what? I'm just gonna sell it. I don't want to, you know, risk anything, because Spirit Vessel charges are too valuable in a fight, considering they have no way of removing it with any of the items. And now full Scotty about to be done on Medusa in 500 gold.
Oh,
that's a big time. Like Bristleback's not gonna have a good time.
No, Scotty and Vessel charges. Gorg he's gonna suffer. It's not gonna be fun for him in the fights.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Best efforts really, maybe finding some sort of global setup with the Dragon Tail and Ixon bringing in a +1.
This is Medusa ganking. This should reveal the board. There was also a glimpse into Sunstrike combo.
See Ixon. He will relocate away. Gorg is going to need some assistance. Glimpse back. Ixon TPing over. See if he's going to have enough to save him. Comes in. We'll be able to take him back over with the relocate over to where he initially came from. And we'll keep Gorg alive for now. Let's see if Gorg can continue to run from this. TPs are coming in. Branya's got another Vessel charge to lay down. And now, of course, with no relocate to take Gorg any further away from them, Gorg will fall. And cannot keep him safe here. Ixon also in trouble. Dragged back into the trap of the field. Chicken Fighters, they'll add another kill to their tally. 20-9 now.
It's a rough one for Team Bold. They don't have the heroes to make a comeback. If you look what they have in a quick buy, Queen of Pain, Sanj into BKB. Like Hoodwink still doesn't have a real item. She is going for a Lotus Orb, so that's going to be one way of dispelling things, but it's still so far away.
Yeah.
Now, inside the Roche Pit, the minus armor from the Solar Crest, Bugs, and the Gosh is too strong. Roche going to fall immediately, pretty much. And we talked about the itemization on Medusa. He went exactly for that Manta style. Scotty going for the Silver Edge to have a break mechanic, and it's also a good damage item overall on Medusa. Level 18, 21 minutes in. Not too bad.
Yeah, this is quite the game from Aqua. They couldn't be doing it any better here. This is top stuff. And they've not managed to slow him down whatsoever this game. And on any heroes, Medusa, definitely one of the scarier ones that can get out of control like this. We see Gorg, he's going to try for the action. Running down Peksu. See if he can find the Disruptor. He will. They take out Peksu, but Jibei is in with the Ravage. The ult fulfillment he will miss. Jibei trying to finish off Gorg. Ixon manages to take him out with the relocate. Excalibur also able to kite out the Stone Gaze with the blink away. Filmini unfortunately won't be able to turn away in time as Aqua shoots down the Hoodwink. There's a few ults though, and this time around Team Bold definitely wasn't as bloody as some of the other fights in the mid. Only losing the 2 supports, the cores this time able to live. Still, of course, not what's going to really start the game falling back towards Team Bold anytime soon, though. They're still not able to touch the cores of Chicken Fighters, even though once, of course, now Aqua having that Aegis now looking completely untouchable.
And the way that they can amplify Medusa is insane. Solar Crest on top of her, the way they can defend her with Tornado, EMP, also Alacrity that you put on Medusa. Like, tier 2 towers are gonna fall. Yeah. I don't see Bold Reborn being able to defend the tier 2 towers at all. They might even go for the high ground push, because they still have a lot of time left on that Aegis, 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Wish I've said it earlier, 2 seconds earlier.
That would have been good for the memes. And Aqua, exactly as you said, Manta Skadi into the Silver Edge. I mean, once that Silver Edge is out, I mean, already the Vessel, the Skadi's been ruining Gorg's game. Throwing a break into that as well, this Bristle's just going to disappear at the start of the fight.
Lincoln Sphere done on Invoker, so that's going to be like very defensive at this point. But you do not want to get jumped by a Dragon Knight. I guess that's his only issue, because they can burst him. Queen of Pain ulti, Hoodwink ult on top of that. Mana burn, Gork out of mana. But so is Medusa. She needs Snake.
Let's see what they can do. Gorg trying to step up, trying to force Chicken Fighters to slow down the siege. He's definitely struggling.
Yeah, in this case, when you're playing Medusa, what you do if you have like no mana, you turn off your mana shield, you put in your magic wand, and collect couple, pop it, and then you get enough mana for a snake.
Chicken Fighters back off for now. There's a DD down bottom. That would certainly add quite the punch here if they want to continue to push on a high ground.
Medusa back to 600 mana. They can continue to push. Still 2 minutes left on that Aegis.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Let's see what a Team Bolt got to try and stop this.
Radiant's top tower.
Who's going to be the first to go in? Nobody really wants to make the jump right now into Chicken Fighters. BKB is done on Excalibur. So he'll be able to live a little longer. Of course, at this stage, the physical adds up. They are going to run in for Filmini. Filmini turn it with the ult hit. Does connect onto Jibe. And he himself will die. Same to be said for Gorg. Separated from the rest of the team. Gorg not having buyback available here.
I was like, what did he kill him with? He killed him with the Fae grenade. That's how. Because I saw Tidehunter getting the kill. The extra tick actually managed to get him. It's also one of the best tier 2 items because it's the only neutral item that brings the Lincoln Sphere in a lot of situations. I think that needs to be fixed. You can't have it.
Wait, is it?
Yeah.
What, breaks? That's pretty insane, actually, yeah. And we'll see again. What? Jibe.
Radiant's top tower.
Straight up dies.
Having a good time here. Chicken Fighters there, of course, with the smiles. This has been a pretty simple game for them, as it seems. Chicken Fighters, they have not looked out of control for any moment of this one. Holding the lead, and Team Bolt just couldn't hit that timing. That sort of first fight, whereas it wasn't quite completely pulled together on the top lane. They weren't as a full 5-man. And then the 2 attempts mid, unfortunately unsuccessful for themselves.
Yeah, they just kind of missed the timing, and
Yeah.
Aqua got so much out of it. Also, Barania played a really good game. Like, his rotations were on point. They managed to bring him down only once. Ravage.
Straight up Ravage onto Excalibur. He's gone. No buyback for him. No buyback for Filmini. Chicken Fighters, if they wanted to, they could just look to shut it down right here. There's still a tier 2 bottom. Maybe Team Bolt with the 3 of them can slow it down. But
Owen, I don't know if you noticed, but they have not been playing Dota for the last 10-15 minutes, and they're going to call it.
Is he going to get the Rampage, though? That's the exciting thing here. Could he get it before the game ends? Come on!
They can.
No,
No, Piranha.
Piranha!